Lele Pons describes herself as a children's entertainer,
My demographic is like 9.
a physical comedian,
and a role model in English and in Espanol.
Time magazine calls her
one of the 30 most influential people
on a list that includes Kanye West,
PewDiePie, and Donald Trump.
She's right up there with, like, you know, people like Kanye West and Caitlyn Jenner and J.K. Rowling.
Lele Pons, biggest star on the internet. The world is tuning in to you.
You have more loops and views than there are people on Earth.
First lady is photobombing her.
You've gotten like every recognition possible.
Nominated for a bunch of different awards, won a bunch of different awards.
And she's been heavily promoted by YouTube as the preferred face of the platform.
her skits and Instagram posts, and her autobiographical novel
Or fairy tales about transformation. Lele plays both the ugly duckling and
The Swan.
her brand of comedy centers around a willingness to look bad and then look beautiful.
To be the butt of the joke,
But other times, the bully.
Lele would have her child fans believe that not only is she both of these people, but so are they. All that's holding them back is puberty, self-confidence, posture, and makeup. But what do her guides for becoming popular neglect to mention? Are there missing ingredients to her glow-up recipes that she hasn't been honest about?
Nerd and several senior operatives, Detective Mofo and Lieutenant Views, will conduct a raid of Miss Pons' Instagram and will reveal compelling evidence that Lele Pons never even read her own book.
Well, you've ruined Barack Obama's $20 million beachfront house.
Lele, this is epic.
Question.
Is Lele a thought?
I can answer that. Look, I'm not a fan of acronyms. They're silly, but I am interested in power. And now more than ever, attention is power. I'm not gonna bust anybody for seeking attention. But how you get it, and how you keep it, and what you do with it while you have it, those choices matter. And if you lie to get it, or you cheat, sooner or later, you're gonna get my attention. So, according to the fellas upstairs, being dishonest while engaged in the act of thirst trapping constitutes first-degree thottery. So the answer to your original question is yes. In Lele's original BFF racket, her best friend was a model named Amanda Cerny. Now, Amanda and Lele lived next door to each other. They collaborated together nearly every day. However, Amanda, the more attractive and talented of the two, began to suffer from a mysterious problem where her most popular social media posts would mysteriously vanish. Even her uploads to YouTube would strangely disappear. Amanda tells the story.
I uploaded my first ever YouTube video, and I even put Lele in it, and she was right next to me, excited for me to post it. My computer was open. I look over, and my post is gone, and I'm freaking out. I'm like, where did my post just go? This is my first video for my YouTube channel to like launch it, and now it's gone. And then I have Lele next to me being like, oh, that's so crazy. I'm so sorry for you. And I hit up YouTube, and I was like, hey, you guys deleted my video. And they're like, no, we didn't. It came from your IP address. I get my YouTube live again. They reposted it for me. And then I'm like, ooh, it's back up. And then I look away from my computer, and boom, it's deleted again. Again, she deleted it again. And I'm like dying at this point because it's so stressful. And I thought in my head, like, YouTube's like just deleting my video and not admitting to it. Like, I would think that before I would think that Lele would do it. And then I was playing charades with her one day. She got up and I look over, and then she has my phone in her hand, and I didn't even know she knew my passcode. She's like, yeah, I'm Snapchatting for you. And I'm like, that's really weird. She never does that. And then I went on my Instagram and looked, and my photo was gone. Lele didn't delete just one of my Instagram pictures. It was several, and it was like 3 or 4 of my Instagram videos. I contacted Instagram as well, and they were like, yeah, all the videos that were doing really well on your page and photos that were deleted were from your IP address. So I didn't say anything, but at that moment I kind of knew it was her. And I just went up to my apartment, and the next day I call her. I'm like, Lele, did you delete my photo? And she was like, no, Amanda, I would never do that, blah, blah, blah. I'm your best friend. I was like, okay, like, I hope not, because every time my photos and videos would be deleted, you would be the one that was right by my side being like, don't worry, Amanda, that's so weird. YouTube and Instagram is doing this to you. Good thing I'm your best friend. I'm here for you. That's so crazy. Maybe you should just not post on YouTube anymore. I'm like, Lele, did you delete my videos? And she's like, okay, I did it. I'm like, why? Why did you do that? And then she said she didn't want to talk about it. And then she said, because she's Latina. I'm like, Lele, wait, did you delete my YouTube videos too? And she's like, yes, okay, I did it. So she admitted that, and I wasn't going to say anything to anybody. I was just going to not be her friend, move forward, focus on my career. And then I started to get attacked by all of Lele's fan accounts saying, Amanda's a cunt, Amanda's mean to Lele, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what is this coming from?
So Lele has admitted to her best friend what she's done, that she's been secretly sabotaging her career. Now, when all you're trying to do is be a little more today than you were yesterday, and your best friend knocks you down, that's a bad friend. But so far, only the two of them know what's happened. So how did the story leak? Yes.
That Amanda girl must have been really pissed off and told everyone.
No. Lele tells her fan base. Except she changed the names of the story. She made herself the good guy and Amanda the villain.
Lele has started like a group chat with all of her fan base saying that I deleted her video, and which was a lie, and then she knows that, and she would never even think of saying that to me because it's that much of a lie. I was like, you know what? I just need to like clear my name, let the truth out, and let the truth do what it does, because the truth always wins at the end of the day. Lele sent 2 cops up to my house to ask me to take down the post. I'm like, no, I'm not going to take down my post. That's me just revealing the truth of the situation. She couldn't even ask me. She had to send the police up to my house. The worst thing is that I thought that I had a best friend, you know? Like, I thought she was my best friend. I thought that I could tell her anything. I thought that, you know, we were helping each other grow and collaborating and working together. Like, it felt real to me. And then when I found this out, it was just very disappointing. So, I mean, yep. So it just sucks. It sucks when you find out, like, the people that you trusted are just fake.
Envy among friends is a common theme in Lele's videos.
Good morning.
Hey, I really like her friend.
Unfortunately, her art does imitate her life.
I'm a presenter, but like I wasn't even nominated for a Vine. Like she said that.
One of the funniest and most entertaining people on the internet. Queen of Vine, but I'm not nominated. Okay.
For good reason. And then she goes, and the winner for Viner of the Year, besides me, goes to, and I'm like, yeah!
So, Viner of the Year after me is...
She's just the... What a bitch.
So I went up to Lele and I was like, oh, happy birthday. Do you want to come to Cheesecake Factory with us? She looks at me and she's like, well, you're the famous one, so you decide. What does that even mean? When I had more followers than her on Vine, she did not know how to compute that in her brain. If you know anything about her situation with Amanda Cerny, makes a lot of sense, okay? Because Lele Pons is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs when it comes to numbers.
All she really seems to care about are numbers, and it's very heavily reflected in this book. She's a less cute version of me. If I started this year as Lele 1.0, she is Lele 0.5. Lele just sees everyone as a competition. I go head to head with one of my best friends.
Lele created a cooking show for Instagram TV and structured it as a competition because, of course,
You ready to lose, Hannah? You suck.
You always suck.
You know we're against each other, right?
Yeah. Are you serious? I'm serious. She used my sauce.
She sabotages her friends or ruins their dishes when they aren't looking to gain an upper hand.
I'm a good person. Can I put?
Oh, I just already.
One second. Why does she get a pan and I don't get a pan?
Olive oil.
Oh my God! See what he did? Did you guys see what he did? He put new ones.
Stop.
My pasta's better.
We can see even little competitions, like a meaningless game between friends, will cause Lele to lose her cool.
No, then I'm with the other one because I didn't put anything.
The winner
and he didn't have
won.
anything. So if you think, no. Two
Thank
more.
you so
two
much.
more. No.
Thank you so much.
Two more. That's,
you lose, Lele. It's okay.
That's not fair, bro. Like, and just because like you put Disney in first and then I looked at it and I said no.
It does kind of remind you of one of her other fellow Viners.
Got you! I win!
One of them is deleting the other one's videos for like 6 months undetected out of jealousy? What the fuck? That is some next level psycho shit.
I am crazier than the one that you see. Definitely. I am a Latina.
Lele's sabotage of Amanda Cerny may be the ugliest story of a creator backstabbing a creator, a friend backstabbing a friend, that the YouTube community has ever had to deal with.
My biggest accomplishment is actually learning from my mistakes every year and becoming a better person.
She did apologize, but then she did it again.
I never regretted any of them.
She did it again.
Nothing from my past and nothing that I ever did.
Now I know who she is.
I'm Latina. No, I'm Latina. I'm Latina. Latina. I'm a Latina.
Now Instagram knows that Lele did it also. They get it, YouTube gets it.
So, was Lele ever punished for tampering with a fellow creator's channel? No. She got promoted. The CEO publicly sought Lele's advice on how to make good content.
Yeah, like this jam.
If you work really, really hard every week on making amazing videos, life will
No.
give you amazing opportunities.
No! Lele Pons. Susan, you got Lele Pons.
To put it mildly, that was insulting to those who know their way around YouTube. Lele Pons is widely criticized for her improvised productions and sloppy plots.
She's been criticized a lot lately by the YouTube community.
There is no fucking harm in calling a Lele Pons video fucking corny. Hannah Stocking videos fucking corny. All that shit is bad.
It's repetitive content with sexual references that is generally unfunny.
They don't put effort into them. They're just a cash grab. You can tell they're lazy.
Yeah.
They're writing about stuff that's not even relevant to them.
It's honestly so annoying how fucking lazy she is.
How lazy is this set? Tables? There's not a single thing on the wall.
These videos reuse the same exact shots.
I'd love to give a shout out to Lele for recycling footage throughout the video because there's no such thing as a retake.
When you use multiple angles that are in the same space, the background noise is supposed to sound like this. But instead, their video sounds like this.
You can't understand half the things people say.
Right.
The audio is always a little bit fucked up.
You can do it yourself, you don't need anybody.
What? What did she even just say? You didn't shut up, you did anybody. Just like do another take and try to get that a little bit clearer.
Okay, I'm not here to make fun of accents. I genuinely don't know what she said there.
You said, birds want to Turk, get your life together. Birds want to Turk, get your life together.
Were those even words?
There's never any punchline.
After I won the Latino Hunger Games, I was traumatized. And I knew you were the only one that can stop it. Like you did in the US district. So, are you in, miss?
They don't call me Katniss Everdeen for nothing.
What was the joke?
Most of the time, you won't even know that it was a joke. You thought it was leading up to a joke, but the joke's already happened.
Wow.
This is painful, man. This is painful to watch.
Catherine, what the hell? Were you making out with Daquan in the hallway?
Why are you coming up in here disrespecting me and my doormate?
Are you kidding me? What are you cocking me for? You know I hate when you do that.
I mentioned before how I'm not Lele's demographic, and I accept and own that. However, for the purpose of science, I decided to go and find someone who is. So I went over to my niece's house, and it's safe to say that, well, she thought it was equally as shit.
Lele Pons sucking is probably the most agreeable stance on the internet right now.
It's like not funny at all.
Terrible, unfunny content.
Genuinely not funny in any way possible.
She's basically just one of the least funny people on planet Earth.
Oh, baby, I'm salivating.
Trips? What? Why? Makes no sense.
When you watch a Lele Pons video, there are a lot of things you just have to kind of
Okay, so that's how, yeah.
Mama!
My mother stepped on the remote that is on the stairs, right on the power button. It's not right on the power button, but I'm gonna say it is.
Did nobody say do take tea?
When have you ever seen a person standing up help someone sitting down pick up something that they just dropped?
The worlds that these people exist in don't make any sense at all. Lele's just at a weird party with a bunch of adults, but they're treating it like they're 25 but also 10 at the same time. They're all playing weird, childish games.
The exosphere is hot.
Cold.
This could be a scene from a fucking insane asylum, couldn't it? Alright, Lele. The exosphere is hot. Cold.
Hot.
It's cold. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? Why are her words are just fading in the background?
Hey, where's class?
I don't know. I'm skipping it.
Where's the one class? I don't know. I'm skipping it.
I didn't laugh once.
Ooh.
The amount of likes. Painful.
There you go. The worst sketch of all time. Man, Lele Pons sucks.
There are very few creators who are less respected than Lele Pons, but if you were to assemble some contenders, it would read like a list of the malicious clout chasers who she's collaborated with and locked lips with. FouseyTube, Rice Gum, Jake Paul, Ray Diaz.
Oh, she more than locked lips with Mr. Bossy Man Ray Diaz. She tattooed his name into her lip. Yes, the same Ray Diaz who's currently under house arrest, facing felony charges for abusing an underage girl.
I don't know what to do about it!
Kill yourself!
Despite her 0 out of 10 reputation among the YouTube community, Lele does enjoy incredible support behind the scenes. One of her recent channel sponsors is Google itself.
Thank you, Google, for sponsoring this video.
Now, most YouTubers can't even get in touch with a single human employee at YouTube during an emergency, let alone would they know any of their names. And yet Lele somehow name checks all the higher ups at YouTube as if they work for her.
She was a prominently featured host in YouTube's Rewind 2 years in a row. They put her right in the center of the thumbnail even. And her videos are a mainstay of the trending page, which unfortunately is no longer a general leaderboard for whatever's trending that day. For image purposes and probably some deals behind the scenes, it's now handpicked by YouTube employees.
It's looking super good. That's nice.
So let's take a look at 2017 and the trending page, when Lele experienced some massive growth. Despite uploading only 38 videos, Lele spent 93 days on the trending page. Not only does YouTube tend to put most of her videos and collabs on the trending page, they'll often hold them there for longer than a week. It seems rather obvious that her growth isn't purely algorithmic.
Seems like every time Lele Pons poops, pees, spit, cleans out her ears, YouTube is there to plop it right on the trending page.
Number 29 on trending. Still, this came out 3 days ago.
YouTube sent this to the top of trending.
Currently on the trending page. It's number 5 right now. It was 8 last night, and it was number 4 earlier.
It hit the trending page. I think it got as high as number 5.
Lele Pons. It's on trending again.
Lele and her production team believe that she's this generation's Charlie Chaplin.
We've got to make timeless material like Charlie Chaplin.
She's a master of physical comedy.
Like, it's like Charlie Chaplin, you know, he does physical comedy.
What? Charlie Chaplin?
Lele Chaplin. One of the greatest physical comedians to ever live. And you know what? They're right. I've seen the future. And one day, a whole new generation of old folks will loop Lele Pons Vine montages over and over in their retirement homes until they die.
She may be the best comedian that her fans will remember down the line. She's like their shoeless Lucille Ball, always barefoot.
There's no point in my putting shoes on third.
I'm not doing my shoes. I hate shoes.
I never wear shoes because they make me fall down.
All right, let's...
Oh, no. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Put your shoes on.
So, what does her audience look like today?
That's a very good question.
Why don't you have a seat there and get comfortable?
The fans who make videos addressed to Lele Pons look like this, and this, and this, and this. Her fan meetups are no different. She features children in her videos of various young ages, and she makes videos out of early childhood topics and interests, like the Tooth Fairy.
One member of the group that no one gives a shit about.
There's no holiday for me, even though I work every fucking day. Bitch, I give you money.
We've been watching you for days.
Especially me. I was always watching.
Toy Story.
Oh, shit, my head hurts. What the fuck? I don't think you can breathe. Can you breathe underwater? Try to breathe, girl. You breathe. What the fuck is she doing? Trying to scare you, little shit.
Punch Barbie in the boob.
Shit!
Dora the Explorer.
Dora!
Can you find the twerkers?
Back, 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 back.
I love you, Dora.
Thanks for nothing, you idiot. Oh, no swiper, no swiping.
Perfect.
Swiper. Dora, that was hot.
And just like Jake Paul, if you ask Lele, who are you making content for? She'll admit it.
8 years old. 8 to...
9-year-olds.
Our fan base is like from like what, 9 to like 17, 20.
My demographic is like from 9 to 24.
Megastar among preteen girls.
Kids are the ones that are watching this. But if she makes shit for kids, why isn't she like embracing the fact that that's what this is? Why would she be posting shit like this on her Instagram?
I have boobs now. Hey, am I right, kids watching boobs? Keep watching boobs. Smash like boobs. Ass. Bum.
As I researched the legality of Jake Paul videos as broadcast children's content, I came across this one fact again and again. Networks are very careful to label their young adult content as intended for 13 and up, even when they know that it's gathering an audience far below that. So when I heard Jake Paul and Lele Pons freely admitting that their raunchy content is targeted at 8-year-olds and 9-year-olds,
Yes, Lele, we know you're an idiot.
I was stunned by how bird-brained they are. Guess what, dummies? The regulators have come home to roost.
The slimiest
of Vine's former stars, the Paul brothers and Lele, who were scooped up and fed to a young audience on YouTube, are numbers obsessed and attention driven, and those priorities line up rather neatly with YouTube's goals.
The girl is just obsessed with numbers and success. Jake Paul, Lele Pons, those kind of creators will do anything to get where they want to be. And if that means making content aimed at small children...
I don't give a shit.
In September of this year, the FTC fined YouTube $170 million for violating the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, or COPA. Not surprised!
The more YouTube replaces conventional television, the more likely, inevitable it becomes that some ambitious regulator is going to come along, see what you're doing, and crack down on everybody. So maybe you and your clan can restrain your greed.
The disingenuous old argument that YouTube doesn't know if kids under 13 are creating accounts in violation of the TOS and then watching this crap all day long just got thrown out the window by the US government. YouTube was like, we don't know. FTC was like, shut up. One of the outcomes of YouTube's settlement with the FTC is that from now on, all creators must self-report if the content is aimed at children, and violations result in the creator being fined almost $50,000 per infraction.
FTC is bringing independent piecemeal actions against content creators for violating COPPA. That may discourage content creators from posting content on YouTube. So the analogy that I think of, the expression about shooting fish in a barrel, and YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish.
According to YouTube, all inappropriate children's content will now be deleted. So place your bets now. Will we start to see some of this adult-themed content targeted at children just start to vanish from her channel? Because it's a big part of her catalog.
Looking for someone to fool around with.
I also do private sessions.
And I like them big and black.
Hi, sexy. Like a chocolate factory. I want to climb you like a tree.
What the fuck?
I'm on Instagram.
I have a girlfriend.
Well, call me anyways.
Delivery.
Oh, fuck you single bitches, I'm out.
Not just on YouTube, but also her skits on Instagram.
Ass, 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 ass.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you gonna touch my butt? What the heck?
She's of course unable to join her male co-stars in completely taking her shirt off to thirst trap kids, so Lele prefers to twerk. Twerk, 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 twerkity, twerk, twerk, twerk. Any opportunity to build a joke around twerking, Lele will twerk. And then there's all the big boobies hanging out stuff. Look, I love boobs and butts. Lele could bounce those things straight out of her clothes and I would do nothing but smash like. But here's the problem. Lele says these videos are for kids, and they feature kids, and YouTube agrees that it's children's content. Here are the ratings of Lele Pons' content. 30% or more of her videos are rated PG. That is a very advantageous rating, and not an easy one to get. And certainly not if you're threatening people with knives, or swearing without censoring it.
Fucking school.
Same shit.
Punch these bitches. Stay the fuck away. What the fuck is this shit, motherfucker? There's shit to do, bitches. These bitches.
Luigi.
Bitches. Fuck this bitch. Fuck it.
Make no mistake. Ultimately, the responsibility falls on parents to supervise what their children are watching on YouTube or watching on TV. But YouTube, unlike TV, has a lot of control over what it shows to kids. And unfortunately, many parents have come to trust Google. When YouTube decided to feed all of the smut that Lele sneezes into the platform to any child in the world, did they even bother to watch this content? And if they did, why is so much of it being paired with children 13 and under?
Hate kids, I freaking hate kids.
Now, let's take a moment to figure out how to say her name, because she gets very angry if you say it wrong.
Yo, Lele.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Now, it might be a little difficult to figure out because she does say it differently sometimes from example to example.
Lele Pons. Lele.
My name's Lele.
Eleonora. Lele Pons. Lele.
I don't want that to become a distraction, so let's make an honest effort to get it right. Okay, page 13, she says it's pronounced umbrella, Lela. You can stand under my umbrella, Ella, Lela, Lela. Lele.
Lele Pons.
Lele. So Leg calls herself a role model and says she makes children's content, which is always scrutinized for the messages that it contains. Or at least it should be, so let's do that now. For 2 days, October 18th and 19th, YouTube promoted Lele's new high school video titled Hot Substitute Teacher on the trending page, right below Squishy Makeovers in the top 10. Much unlike Squishy Makeovers, Lele's video is a softcore porn about statutory rape. A class full of female students start acting like animals in heat the second they see their teacher, and then fight amongst themselves over who's gonna sleep with them first. During gym class, the sexy educator pits the students against each other in a no-rules, dirty dancing competition. Whoever's dancing turns him on the most gets to bang him.
You wow me, you get all of this.
Lele, shoeless and now braless at school, is playing a child character here. And in case you thought the no bra was an oversight by wardrobe, it sure seems to have been a deliberate choice in order to set up this visual. Adult teachers who prey on their underage students are a horrific concern for parents, not a scenario they would ever want to normalize for their preteen kids. The entire fantasy is incredibly taboo, especially for children's programming, and even if it were intended as adult content, would still be very edgy. In smut videos, the student-teacher dynamic is typically set in college, wink wink, and feature adult characters, or else it's asking for trouble from the Department of Justice and can't be bought with a credit card.
There are no rules.
Lele can stupidly say it's for 8-year-olds, but YouTube didn't have to agree. In the video, when your boyfriend cheats on you, Lele Pons has a problem. Her boyfriend is seeing another girl behind her back, and her friends have brought the proof. So what's the solution?
You're gonna make him jealous.
Make him regret it.
Oh! Get it?
So how do we do it?
Buy makeup.
Look what we got online for you. It's the CoverGirl Katy Cat Pro collection. It's gonna be so pretty on you.
I've heard of this! Yeah.
And for limited time only, make sure you get it online.
What the fuck? Hey little girl, when you get dumped, the way to fix it is to start covering your face in makeup. 27 million views on this piece of shit commercial. GG on the promo, YouTube. Sincerely, Cover Girl.
I apply some of the makeup, everything that CoverGirls wants me to promote.
I love you, Lele.
If you're trying to deceive children into liking certain brands, that's one of the scummiest things you can do in entertainment.
You want me back? I don't. So I win.
The sponsorship disclosure is buried under the fold and below her socials with obscured phrasing.
Thank you, CoverGirl, for partnering with me.
In another video, buying this big war chest of CoverGirl makeup solves the problem of having no friends at school and sitting alone at lunch.
It's been 5 years I've been sitting alone at lunch.
This is a pattern for Lele. She'll title her videos something that a kid might search for in a vulnerable moment or when they're having a serious problem. Using an incognito window to ask Google how not to get bullied returns Lele Pons' video How Not to Get Bullied as the #1 result in the video tab. Lele's producers hired her some children, and she then proceeds to bully each of them for their outward qualities because that's the joke.
I'm not here to tell you that tomorrow you're not gonna get bullied. You are probably gonna get bullied.
She teaches them how to not get bullied or something by just literally pointing out the physical flaws of actual kids that she's hired for a sketch.
I used to be the bully. I was the bully.
A bully is something Lele has admitted to being, and that's on display here.
Hey girl, stand up.
Hello, my name is Vera, and I am a bull.
Yo, this kid looks like a girl. Can we add a line in the script where I exploit this kid's insecurity?
I think it's about time you get out of the closet, huh?
Sneak gay diss?
Okay, nerdworm.
Writer, director, editor Lele could not resist feeding those kids multiple lines where they compliment her looks.
Miss Boss, I just want to say you're very beautiful lady, and
shut up.
She wrote that. She wrote that about herself.
She's pretty.
Let me just casually write in one of the characters calling me pretty in my own video. Hey Danny, you're pretty. Aw, thank you.
Like the Paul brothers, whose limitless thirst for wealth and influence drives their depraved attempts at making children's content, Lele's obsession with increasing her social media numbers keeps her talking to children and venting about high school even as she nears her mid-20s.
It all started when I started dating the popular kid.
As you see her and her adult friends pretend to be grade schoolers,
I didn't bring my lunch money.
How do you do, fellow kids, does come to mind.
How do you do, fellow kids? Do you like my YouTube channel?
But given Lele's Venezuelan upbringing, El Chavo del Ocho may be the more accurate frame of reference.
Good morning.
Good morning.
¿Me salvé? Ya. ¿Qué traes? Silencio.
Miss, she's cheating.
¿Te pasa algo, chavo? Es que nunca había visto un niño tan viejo.
What? Me?
I was just looking at her answers.
¿Me doy?
She was the one cheating. You're such
Sit your butt down, Mufasa, Bolula B. ¿Oyeron? ¿Dónde están que se tienen que decir?
When not pretending to be a student, Lele follows Jake Paul's bizarre playbook for adult-themed children's content, which includes
Because I'm marrying you.
fictitious engagements,
Please.
fake pregnancy scares,
I'm pregnant!
and multiple make-believe weddings. Thirst-trapping hormonal teens with racy imagery of men and women is part of her Instagram as well, because, that's extremely effective. The book also contains graphic sexual content, and like the Pauls, even makes an appearance.
Ay, Dios mío.
When you forgot to lock the bathroom door and your mom catches you and your brother in the bath, tag a sibling. When you're waking up a nude sibling, tag a sibling. When you steal stuff from a nude sibling, tag a sibling, tag a sibling.
I thought it was sexy, okay?
You're staring at a naked photo of your mom?
Yes. I sent my mom a nude.
But if there's one theme that's most important to Zug Zug, it's metamorphosis. She reverts back to it again and again. Awkward versus sexy. Her favorite format for an Instagram post is to put side-by-side pictures of herself at different ages to highlight the transformation. Look how awkward I was in middle school. And then look how pretty I was a year later. I was pretty goofy, wasn't I? But most importantly, look at me now. Tag a late bloomer. That'll make them feel good. Now you might be thinking, I've seen a very similar meme before, but let's reserve the possibility that there is a positive message tucked away in all that, and Lele isn't just driven by narcissism and revenge.
In the darkest times, know that something positive is going to happen.
I survive high school and all the problems go away and I grow from them and I learn from them.
I've always turned everything into a positive.
It gets better, trust me. You have to, even when it's like you're going through a rough time, you have to believe that something good is going to come out of that bad stuff.
However, in order to illustrate how you make it better, Lele's message veers into territory that's dangerously superficial. Every chapter in her book begins with her current follower count. Her self-esteem rises as the number gets higher. You don't even need to read between the lines here. You would just need to read. Lele has been prescribing internet fame as the cure for childhood unhappiness, which not everyone can be famous or popular because those are relative and competitive states. Knowing Poo-Poo's pure success story won't help readers survive high school, as she promised on her book tour and in the title of the book. Because for every Lele who blossoms after puberty and can afford plastic surgery and makes viral videos, there's bound to be at least as many high schoolers who don't entertain millions of people, or get fatter over the summer, or their acne gets worse, or they get better looking but don't get more popular.
I went through a lot in high school and I wished that I had a guide like this book. I think everybody can do it. If I can do it, everybody can do it.
The majority of children will fail to find happiness if the path requires social media success, cosmetic surgery, and becoming a blonde bombshell who dominates all her peers. I've read this entire book, and I've watched countless interviews promoting it, and there is a big difference between what Lele thinks is in this book and what's actually in it. I'm not convinced Lele Pons has read her own book. The book uses terms that Lele doesn't know.
The internet.
Yes.
Slang. Challenge. What does the word FOMO mean?
FOMO? I don't know. I have no idea. Wow.
Do you use any of these words?
This one is weird.
Do you know the word bae?
Hot human.
Oh.
Bae is a new one to her?
That's my boyfriend.
That is bae.
This has me wondering if Lele has ever titled any of her own posts without assistance, because she's done more to spread the word bae around than anyone you can name.
The hot human.
Strange.
Do you get nervous before you post? Do you run it by somebody?
I ran it by my team.
Now, Lele has alluded to some sort of struggle with language, potentially dyslexia.
For Vine of the Year are video mavericks who rise to the challenge by making high quality 6-second content.
It might explain why Lele would delegate so much writing and still remain unfamiliar with what was handed back to her to put her name on.
I suck at reading.
One problem with surviving high school is survivor bias. Lele Pons is one data set from a megastar, and if you wanted to create an actual high school survival guide, you need to study the failures as well. But even Lele's data set is useless because the stories in the book are bullshit and were reverse engineered from Vines by this woman, Melissa De La Cruz.
How do you do, fellow kids?
What?
Remarkably, neither Lele or her co-author or her publisher seem concerned with making Lele Pons into a likable character in this book. By the final pages, Lele is convinced that her friends are parasites just using her for clout, and all the classmates who helped her out by playing bit parts in the Vines that made her famous, she starts to call the whatevers, as in not important enough to warrant thought or attention. She decides her closest friends are frenemies. Her boyfriend then leaves her for a younger lookalike called Leela. It's sad, man, and that's how this book ends. If you were hoping to duplicate her success with video editing or social media promotion, there's nothing technical.
She doesn't go into detail about how she makes her vines. She's just like, yeah, so, and then we sat down and we decided to film. That's it. Which I think is weird. This whole book is just full of nothing.
Here's the closest thing to a tutorial. I'm blowing up on Vine. I don't know what I'm doing right, besides just being myself, but I have another 1 million followers now. I guess people think I'm funny, or pretty, or funny and pretty. Piece of cake. That's how you survive high school, okay? Okay, so obviously this is trash, but maybe the message of just be yourself, underneath all of that self-flattery, self-praise, maybe there's Maybe there's just a glimmer of an idea that the reader can build something positive around. No, because there actually are tutorials in this book, except they're tutorials about how not to be yourself. There's one tutorial for how to blow massive amounts of money at the mall in order to look better than a rival female. Spare no expense, ×2. There's a tutorial for how to take a fake selfie so that it looks like you're somewhere you aren't. And later on, there's another selfie tutorial that's so toxic, I would be proud if I'd written it myself. This book isn't satire, but it could be, because it teaches you the most poisonous approach to Instagram: to pretend to be better than you are while hoping that it makes other people feel bad. That is the least be yourself advice that you could give a kid. The cognitive dissonance in this book is skull rattling, because Lele admits that spending time on Instagram and looking at attractive girls makes her feel inadequate. A study by York University asked young women to visit the Instagram account of a family member or a friend who they view as a peer and leave a comment on a post. That caused no change related to happiness. However, when subjects interacted with the Instagram posts of a female who they consider more attractive, their mental state plummeted. Subjects now felt more dissatisfied with their own bodies and worse about themselves. So when Lele demands that you tag a friend underneath her sexy post, she might as well say, tag a friend you want to depress. Let's be real. No one thinks she's actually ugly when she pulls the silly face for a couple seconds. There's less transformation from Lele as there is contradictory messaging meant to make her relatable to as many people as possible. She'll show the world two opposite versions of herself, at least one of them is false, in order to draw in the widest amount of support possible and get whatever result she wants. Was she the freak who sat alone at lunch, or the queen of her high school? Both.
I say that I was at the end of the year like the most popular, but I still sat alone at lunch because it was scary.
Ooh, it's almost like you faking.
Is she all about her besties? I love my old best friend, I love my new best friend, I love this new best friend, I love the last best friend. Or would she burn their schoolwork when they get a better grade and destroy their careers? Both.
Did you just call me your best friend? Come on, your best friend.
Does she make content for 11 and 12-year-olds, or does she think that they shouldn't even use those apps until they turn 16? Both, one page apart. While Mumu does openly admit that she has had plastic surgery as part of her beauty transformation, and she would have to because we've watched her grow up and it's rather obvious, she's less than forthcoming about a cheaper digital surgery that she continues to employ today. One more time. Has Lele been part of body positivity campaigns and discouraged using Facetune and Photoshop? Or does she Facetune all her photos? Both.
I'm someone that really never really cared about how she looks. I never did, and I think that's something that people admire.
In this skit, Lele discourages her friend from editing their selfie.
Look at how little my butt looks. Hannah, whatever, like, I'm not gonna Facetune this. Like,
Facetune it.
Nope.
Or at least I think that's the message she's trying to convey by throwing herself into the wall repeatedly every time her friend uses Facetune.
You can't just Facetune yourself into another woman. I mean, like...
And most recently, posting photos that are very obviously edited along with the caption, haters will say it's photoshopped. Haters will think it's fake. Well, yes, Lele. Those are fake. And since you mentioned Photoshop, and since you mentioned fake, let's take a look at the rest of your Instagram.
I think I'm gonna be sick. Now I am gonna be sick.
Yeah, strange, Charlie, but it's fun.
There's no easy way of knowing which direction she is growing. Should we stop or keep on going? Are the fires of hell a-blowing? Yes! The Thought Patrol keeps on patrolling! All of your photo edits are showing! And we're here.
Where?
So yeah, and look how pretty it looks. Look how ridiculous she looks. Okay, next one.
Alright, first thing to notice in here, this door needs to be replaced. It is off its rails, they're all bent, okay? Another thing is these tiles are no longer water sealed, Lele. Alright, we're gonna have to come in here and completely replace those. Boys, everyone out of the bathroom right now, clear the area. Not because of the shower. I've been smelling it for a while. I think it's because someone laid a surprise chocolate Easter egg in the toilet, and it stinks. I don't know what your diet is, woman, but please change it.
Oh, Lele, all this furniture is damaged. I gotta put this out for curbside collection. It's fucked. I hope you didn't have anything important in those cabinets. That has liquefaction damage. I'm telling you that.
All right, ladies, good news. No problems in this photo. This is the one that your photographer posted, so if you'll just show me your version, I can get out of here.
What have you idiots done? This looks like a nuclear accident. The glass is turning into soup.
Okay, here's the problem. This explains why the neighbor next door has been calling every day complaining about his dead grass. There's a crack in the tiles. It's leaking into the turf next door and killing all his grass.
ThotPatrol dispatch, what is the thoughterry?
There are Lele Pons in my yard again!
Alright, you can't keep refilling your pool every day.
This is San Francisco. Do you know what this building is worth? The foundation, the masonry, you might as well have thrown a grenade through the window. The only option now is controlled demolition. Tag a bulldozer.
Lele, this is an accident scene. The imaginary version of your ass has bent this guardrail. This is gonna cost thousands of dollars for the city. That's baby out with the bathwater right there. That's all I'm saying.
If you're listening to this audio later, just know that my fucking bones are dry.
Shut up, bro.
Now, it's a little unusual to see puppetry and thoughterry together, but hey, it's for kids.
You have no idea how hard I had to push my stomach in for this photo. Actually, not only can we see how hard you pushed your stomach in, we can hear it too, because you left the edge of the photo screaming in pain. Crop it and put it out of its misery already.
So, this year, YouTubers plant trees, and I'm not going to be one to cut one down without planting two more. So, I want you to know about these two female comedians, Brittany Tomlinson and Caroline Constar. Both of them, unlike Leg, have actually made me laugh.
She looks like a lesbian. I know!
For so many years, I thought that there was something wrong with me. That I was the black sheep and I needed to change my personality. And after a lot of time and consideration, I realized who I was. I'm a piece of shit.